What's going on, you guys? It's the Michael Myers. Welcome back to a brand new live stream. Uh, gonna do a quick one. I don't plan on spending too much time in this one, man. I had a little bit time on my hands, and I guess this is like not really breaking news. Um, Probably to some people, for those who are really looking forward to the Exorcist remake, you could say it is breaking news because of course this is like a one of those you could say announcements or news that you could say quite a few people were looking forward to. Um, and these news they hit the internet about a week ago, if I'm not mistaken, probably a few days ago, the least. But of course, we are getting news. We are getting word. Linda Blair is returning, of course, as Regan MacNeil for the new Exorcist remake that is supposed to come out this year, October. What was it, the 23rd of this year? But of course, I could always see it being pushed back because I mean, it does make sense for it to be released this year. I know they've been in the works with this movie since 2021. So, I mean, it does make sense. And also because this year is like the end of the 50th anniversary of the original Exorcist. So it does make sense. But since we kind of, I mean, slowly, we are getting more information about this remake. We don't know too much about it, but I could kind of do see it being pushed back maybe another year. But I mean, I think it'll be even better if it were to release it this year. Since it's the 50th anniversary. I know it's not the greatest idea. This remake. Chippy, what's up, bro? How you doing, man? Hope you guys are doing pretty good, man. Skull Crusher, what's up? Linda Blair. Yeah, man. When I first heard the news, the headline, I was like, okay. Of course, even though a lot of us are against the whole remake idea, it's still pretty cool, I guess, to see of course, Linda Blair. She was main, the main thing about The Exorcist, the original. Heard that she was on set for a little time, so maybe a cameo. Yeah, for sure, Chippy. Of course, that did come with the information. And yeah, I kind of wanted to talk about that a little bit because, of course, I read a few articles and stuff like that to kind of have a little bit more information about this news that came out. So, of course, we got the news she's returning. And of course, since the beginning, since they announced the film, we were told that Ellen Bernstein, which was Reagan's mom in the original, she's also returning to reprise her role. And like Chippy said, like many of the articles are saying, she was on set for just a few days, man. It's not like she will have a major role in this movie, which I don't think so, because like I said, she was just there a few days on set. So yeah, I do. From the articles, they're saying she will have a minor role, or it could either be a cameo. But I do think she will have a little part. I think it might be a little bit more than a cameo. Um, Hopefully, I hope we get a little bit more of her. Um, but of course, I feel the main returning legacy character is the mom. Ellen Bernstein. I think she's gonna be the one we're gonna be following, more, and I would expect, since this is not really a remake, it's more like a direct sequel, a requel, or whatever you want to call it. I would expect, man, for Linda Blair to have a bigger role. Have Linda Blair kind of be like the it's funny because I saw this. I was like going through Google, and they have a lot of the concept art posters, that fans are making, because of course we still haven't got a official poster. And there was this one poster I saw, man, where it's Ellen Bernstein. She's like dressed in the father, robe or whatever, the cloak. So I mean, I could see that happening. and like I made a few live streams talking about this remake. I'd have a feeling, of course, if Linda Blair was gonna return, her and her mom, I think, will kind of play, you could say, like the father role in the original. Like I feel we're gonna, the movie, I feel the remake is gonna, of course, focus and start off with new characters. And I wish I had my damn laptop because I believe they did already announce some of the cast who are in this movie. So I saw that they cast like a little girl already, which of course could be like the new Regan or whatever. But of course, there's all my personal take on it. I feel we're gonna follow this family or whatever, this boy or this girl, whatever. Because we heard reports that they're gonna switch it up to a boy, or they're gonna stick to a girl. But whatever the case is, man, I feel we're, the shit's gonna go down with them, whatever happens to them, and then once the exorcism element, starts unfolding, that's when we get, Ellen Bernstein or, Linda Blair. But I think mostly Ellen Bernstein. I feel like she's gonna be like that help. Of course she's, a returning character. She's gonna step in and she's gonna like try to help out this family or whatever. Just like, of course, they helped her out with her daughter in the first film. Maybe on the second movie she will have more time. Yeah, that's true, Chippy, because yeah, we also heard that this will be turned into a trilogy, which is in my opinion, I feel they could have just wait to see how the first movie does, and then, but of course it's Blumhouse, it's freaking David Gordon Green. So yeah, I hope that's the case. Of course, you could say it's a little bummer that we're getting Linda Blair for a little bit of screen time. But yeah, that always leaves room for the next film or whatever, for her to return to have a bigger role. Like I said, I would have imagined Linda Blair to kind of take over the Ellen Bernstein character, have Linda Blair be like the main help, the main source of help, since she's already been through this shit. But yeah, I mean, who knows, man? Who knows how the hell the movie's gonna play out? D. Myers, what's up? Blumhouse, the producer of Insidious, the Black. Yeah, man, for sure. Of course, you could say, I personally still think James Wan would have been perfect for for The Exorcist, but of course it was handed to David Gordon Green, which in my opinion, I just think it's giving them another opportunity to ruin another classic franchise, man. But yeah, I don't mind it being on Blumhouse because I do think Blumhouse has a lot of like those related type of movies. I'm not really familiar, but of course I've seen, the Insidious films and the Black Phone. I still haven't seen Megan yet, but Tyrese Daniels, what's up, man? Pornstar JR, what's up, bro? How's it going? Hope all of you guys are doing pretty good, man. Yeah, I haven't been like live stream as much. Saw 10, 2020. Yeah, man, Saw 10 is another one of those films I'm really looking forward to this year. Right now, the one I'm really looking forward to, man, is Evil Dead Rise, which is coming out on the 21st of April. I really can't wait to see that, man. For sure. Good to see you. Yeah, man. Of course, I have I threw on the little Jason jersey. I actually just got this, man. I found it like a thrift store or something. I was like, I had to get it. It has the little Jason, has the 13 in the back. Hope you guys can see. So yeah, that's pretty cool. I was like, why not? It was only like, I think, $10 or something. Definitely had to get that. But yeah, definitely, man, appreciate it. Glad to see all of you guys, man. Opinions on the Pope Exorcist seems like a good movie. Chippy, that's another thing I wanted to talk about. That is the new Exorcist movie that's coming out, right? I believe, yeah, because I started seeing like trailers on it, like on YouTube, like commercials and stuff like that. I'm like, I even kind of mistaken it, like, oh shit, is this the new remake? But no, it's the Pope Exorcism or whatever it's called. I seen commercials of it, man. I seen commercials of it. I probably would check it out. It didn't get my interest like this because I'm so used to all these ripoff, all these Exorcist ripoff movies. And of course, most of them are not that good. But this one, it kind of, when I saw like the commercial, it did seem like a little interesting, you know. Like I said, I always dodge those kinds of movies simply because I don't know, they're just all like the same, man. You know, they're all like rip-offs, you know. And when I saw the commercial of it, man, about a week ago, like on YouTube and stuff, I literally thought it was the Exorcist, the remake that we're getting. But I mean, this is a question to you guys, because when I saw that commercial, when I heard about the, excuse me, when I heard about this upcoming Pope exorcism movie, I kind of thought to myself, man, like, do you guys think it's good timing for them to come out with? Because for years, these types of movies never really been, you could say, a success. Most of them go straight to DVD. There's a lot of exorcism types of movies. The best one I could think, man, other than of course the iconic Exorcist franchise, is what's it called? The Exorcism of Emily Rose, I believe that was the name. Um, yeah, I think that's the one I feel right behind The Exorcist. Um, but yeah, and like I said, I've seen a lot of these come and go straight to DVDs. I even own a few, you know, that were just like $1 at like the dollar stores or whatever. But my question to you guys is, do you guys think it's a good marketing um, choice for them to do that? Because like I said, for years now, a lot of us don't really take those films seriously, um, simply because, you know, they're cheesy. They're, you know, they're not as scary. Of course, they're mostly like, I feel, movies they do for the heck of it. But do you guys think it was a good timing for them to release this? Because I think this is the first Exorcist movie that I've seen in theaters for a long time. Like I said, I think most of them were going straight to DVD. You know, so I think this Pope Exorcist thing is like the first exorcism movie. I could be wrong. The first exorcism movie that has hit theaters, you know, in a while. So, of course, by them throwing it in theaters, you could say it has a bigger budget, bigger marketing. But do you guys think it's a good marketing move for them to release a exorcism movie early in the year? Because we all damn well know the remake Exorcist is coming out in October. Like, do you guys think they did it for, you know, people, the fans, to prepare for this upcoming Exorcist remake? Or do you guys feel like they shouldn't have dropped this exorcism movie? Because what if it's just another cheesy, low budget exorcism movie or whatever, and then once the remake comes out, the main Exorcist movie or whatever, the direct sequel, once it comes out, I feel people might not take it as serious, you know, especially if this Pope Exorcist movie fails or whatever. Do you guys think like people are not really gonna care about this, and then once the big one comes out, which is the remake, like, do you guys think people will care enough? Like, that's what I thought, you know, when I heard about that the Pope exorcism, you know, like, maybe they're preparing, you know, they're preparing the audiences, the fans, for the return of these exorcism movies. Or do you think it's kind of like a missed opportunity for them to do that? I'm not sure, but interesting, man, interesting stuff. uh in my personal opinion, I feel like, don't get me wrong, it could be a good one, probably, um you know, better than most of the crappy ones we've gotten. But I mean, who really knows, man, who really knows? But it does look interesting, you know, because it has like gone on my YouTube, like the commercials and stuff like that. Skull Crusher, have you seen Scream 6? Yeah, definitely seen Scream 6. I did a whole movie review, which was my last live stream. I still only seen it one time, guys. I know I was gonna try to go watch it a second time. I still haven't had the chance, man. But once I check it out for the second time, I will be doing hopefully another live discussion. So definitely be looking out for that. Pope Extra comes out April 14. Interesting. Yeah, we're really literally not too far away, man. Literally, March is literally over with. I thought it was a trailer for the Exorcist. Yeah, same, man. Same. Simply because, you know, the the title of it is Pope Exorcist or whatever. So yeah, I initially thought that too. I think I think it's a good timing because isn't Exorcist movie supposed to come out in the fall? Yeah, yeah. So of course the remake is coming out later on this year in the fall, and I mean, yeah, I do agree. From that point of view, like I was mentioning earlier, um, you could say it's a good strategy. A good marketing move for people to kind of prepare for these films again. The Exorcist. Of course, they're making a trilogy. So I mean, it does make sense. It does make sense for them to kind of get the audiences ready or whatever. They would not want to compete with the new Exorcist movie that fans are already looking forward to. Yeah, that's true, man. That's for sure. Of course, since it's Blumhouse, a bigger production company, it's the main Exorcist trilogy. So for sure, I think the competition, for them to be competing, of course, it's not gonna top, the remake. It's more of a marketable film, So for sure, but I think it's still you could say, like I said, it's good timing because it's getting the people prepared for these freaking movies to circle back around. Because you guys could correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, I don't really recall the last Exorcism movie. Of course, The Orphan, the first kill. What was it, like a prequel? I think we got that like a year ago. Um, but as far as Exorcist movies or whatever, that have Exorcist on the damn title, it's been a while. So definitely, I could see why it could be a good a good marketing strategy. To really, you could say it's also promotion. They get to promote, the upcoming Exorcist Rico that they're coming out. And yeah, I feel like it would, if this Pope Exorcist movie is a success, if it's people really like it, or it's a good uh critically acclaimed movie, I think, yeah, for sure it will open people's interest back on these films, and yeah. So you could say it is good timing. I'm still filming straight. It'll be filming. Yeah, like the idea of preparing people before the reboot film. Yeah, man, for sure. Um, yeah, and like I said, I think it's a decent idea. It's definitely a decent idea. It's not like it's another ripoff. But yeah, I mean, I think that's the best way they can do. Because if they were to release the remake just like that, I think people would just look at it like another one of those crappy films. But let's say if the Pope Exorcist movie is good, I think it would spark the interest back again. So for sure, it is a good idea. But good thing you reminded me, Chippy, because I kind of didn't want to bring I wanted to bring that up. Um, but yeah, and you never know, man. We will probably be getting more of these types of movies throughout the year. Also for sure in the next years to come. So yeah, I mean, Linda Blair, man, like I said, she will have a minor role in this, nothing too major. But I'm definitely all in, man. I'm all in. I think I'm curious to see where they're gonna pick off with their character. I really hope, even though, like I said, it might be a cameo, it might be a small role, but like, I really hope they do, like, I wouldn't say a good explanation, but they do a good you could say, like pick up where she's been through. Maybe she's a psychiatrist, one of those like counselors. So yeah, I think that would just add more to the story. That connection to the original film. And like I said, most likely it will focus on the newer characters, the newer characters who are going to be going through this. Excuse me. But yeah, man, like I said, since the beginning, it was never the greatest idea about this remake. But I mean, the only thing we could do at this point, man, is just stay tuned and see what they're gonna do. Um, and I believe, like I said, I wish I had my laptop. But when I was before I started this live stream, I did a little bit of research, man, and I believe they also finished filming. They wrapped production about 2 weeks ago with this Exorcist remake. So I'm pretty sure right now it should be in the editing process. Um, like I said, I wouldn't be surprised if they would like to push it back a year because I feel like, and it's still early. It's still early in the year, so yeah. I mean, like I said, I think it'll be the best if they were to release it this October, 2023, because it literally marks um the 50th anniversary of the original Exorcist. So yeah, for sure. Um, but yeah, like I said, guys, I'm looking forward to it. Or I wouldn't say I'm excited to see it. Obviously, none of us are want to see this remake. Um, but yeah, of course, once it comes out, my curiosity will be dragging me to the damn theater. Or who knows, man? I'll probably just wait till it comes out on DVD or something. But yeah, man, I mean, I'm not really looking for any justice with this film because obviously it's not going to do any justice. Obviously, it's not going to compare to that original film. But I hope it's something different. I hope at least it's something more like I'd rather them treat it more like a sequel. Uh, you know, try something new than for them trying to like go back and forth with the original. Don't get me wrong. I think it should have that connection. Uh, to the first film, but I really don't think they should be remaking a lot of the stuff. Like for example, to Halloween 2018, you could see that cycle. You know, like a lot of stuff repeats. From the sequels or whatever. But I hope with this Exorcist remake, man, my only little hope I got for it is I hope they do something different, man. And like I said, I don't even think they should even try to compete with that first film. At least make it something decent, something different. Um, at least something at least you could say a little bit more watchable, a little bit more better than the sequels we ended up getting. Like the Heretic and stuff like that. But yeah, I mean, like I said, other than that, of course, my curiosity is gonna drag me to the theater. But haven't you seen any Taylor Russell horror movies yet? I really don't think so, man. I mean, you could probably name drop a few films I've probably seen, but I don't think so. The opening scene, Exorcist movie prop. That would be interesting, man. I would like to see, and I kind of seen a few of the concept art. Kind of like the new design of the Pazzasu or the prop, whatever it's called. Um, I hope they do. They kind of acknowledge that, but like I said, I don't want to see. Like for example, that opening scene in the original Exorcist. When they come across the Pazzasu statue or whatever. Like I don't want to see that all over again. I would like they could have that in there, acknowledge it, but for them to spend all this time trying to redo that, like I really don't think so, man. I really hope this movie is more like straightforward, and not try to explain this and that, because since it's a requel, there's no need for them to. That's why we have the first film. A sequel is supposed to be a little bit more. And I know it's just the first film in this trilogy, but still, I think the ball should be rolling by now. Rather for them to remake or to retell a lot of this stuff, man, that we've seen already. But hey, man, it is what it is. Insidious 5 movie. It's coming July 7th. Oh yeah, I did hear about that, man. I like the Insidious films. I don't really recall the last two. I think there's four, right? Well, yeah. Um, But yeah, the first three or the first two, I gotta rewatch the last two, man. But yeah, I like those films for sure. Um, Starry is also coming on May 26th. I'm gonna have to check that one out, man. Yeah, I don't think I've heard much about that, but another Leatherface movie might be in the making, but from Sony. Chippy, I did hear that. I believe it's gonna be another remake. I could be mistaken. I saw the little headline where it said another like Texas Chainsaw remake, but I really didn't click on it. I really didn't see any information, more information about it. But I mean, by Sony, you could tell they're lifting up the franchise, man. I mean, Sony is one of those big companies, so I mean, they're gonna try to revive it, you know, for sure. Especially coming from the Netflix Texas Chainsaw. I just want Hollywood to start creating their own. That's very true, man. That's very true. Yeah, and like I said, I know it's a good time for horror right now. Um, a lot of these horror classic horror franchises are returning, man, and that's simply due to the success of a lot of these returning franchises. Like, of course, the Blumhouse Halloween, which is a success. Scream has been really successful, man. So it's been pretty good for the past couple of years. So that's why people are in the need, or not in the need, but people are remaking a lot of this shit or d- r- making direct sequels because they want to follow that formula. I don't think it could work like with this Exorcist trilogy. I don't think it would work personally. If it's something different and they kind of get off of that original, you know, if they go in their own direction, it could possibly work. But yeah, I just don't see it, man. And I think that's been Hollywood's main issue. Um, you know, is the whole remake recycling shit. But yeah, man. I mean, like I said, the news about Linda Blair, at least I wouldn't even say it's the first good news about The Exorcist, because I think it would have been more exciting for us, more curious, more interested if she were to have, you know, a bigger role in this. You know, I think she would, if she was the one, if she was, you know, one of the main character, not the main characters, but she was one of the, if she had a bigger role, pretty much, and we follow her along throughout the movie, I think it could have been the movie made way better. Uh, of course, we haven't seen it. You know, I can't really tell you. Can't really tell you. It could be better without her or not. You know, but we're just gonna have to see what happens, man. About this Exorcist remake. Not as excited, but we're gonna have to face it, man. We're gonna have to face it on the 23rd of October. But I mean, that's gonna be pretty much it, guys. I just wanted to give you guys my little thoughts and stuff like that on the Exorcist remake. The news we got about Linda Blair. Tell me what you guys think in the comments down below. I might make a few more videos about talking about this. So definitely be on the lookout for that, man. So thank you guys for watching. Stay tuned for more videos. It's the Michael Myers signing.